good. Okay, so have any of you guys ever heard of the Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Okay, most of you guys have? Yes. Alright, most of you guys might know what it is, but you don't know what it comes from. I'm sure you could probably tell it's from Nelson Mandela, but most people don't know the backstory. So Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid activist. The apartheid was a system of institutionalized racism within the South African government. He spent most of his younger years, along with a few other activists, fighting against the apartheid. This eventually got him imprisoned in the 60s. He spent, I think, 27 years in there and was released in 1990. After that, he became the South African president for 5 years, and then he later died in 2013. Now, the Mandela effect comes from a confusion that started when many people recall witnessing Mandela pass away on live news television in the 80s. The person who coined the term the Mandela effect was Fiona Broome. She is an American writer that some people may know. And initially, she just thought it was a false remembering of how it happened, how it went down. Someone just mistold her information. However, she was at, I believe, a business conference, and a few of her fellow workers were talking about it and also shared this false remembrance. So that kind of struck her a little bit. When she first wrote about it, she made a webpage and everything, and her first reaction, it's kind of weird, but was that a possible cause for it was that we as humans slip in between multiple universes, and memories between those universes carry between each other. There are a lot of skeptics behind this theory, and most people believe that an explanation for most of these is just a false memory that people have. A few of the other explanations, a paper from the Ohio State University states that most of these can be explained through false memories. However, they do mention that it is strange that thousands of people can share these false memories with no tie between each other. The last explanation that I'll go over, there's plenty more that extend far into the conspiracy theories, aliens and stuff like that, but I didn't want to go over those. Is a term known as confabulation. A research paper written by Lisa Bortolotti from the University of Birmingham explains that confabulation is when someone tells a story that is not backed up by any relevant evidence, but they believe in their mind for it to be true. So they're not really lying, but in their mind they're telling the truth, and that's the information they spread. The most logical reason and reasonable explanation would be confabulation, because I'm sure many of you guys have sworn that you were telling the truth, could have bet money on it, but then come to find out later that you actually misremembered what you were saying. And then now on to some of our examples that you guys may know. Now, most people would describe the Monopoly Man with a monocle. However, he has never had one, and there have, as far as what I have seen, there have been no Monopoly games with him with a monocle. Next one.
It is Mr. Canada.
Many people have a false memory of the Fruit of the Loom brand. There has actually never been a cornucopia behind the fruit. It has always been just the fruit. Go on to the next one. Curious George. This one, it freaks me out. I don't know why. I don't like it. Curious George has never had a tail.
So then he's an ape.
Go on to the next one. A lot of us remember the Berenstain Bears from elementary school and stuff like that, but actually it's not the Berenstain Bears. There's an A in the name, so it's actually pronounced Berenstain Bears. Pikachu actually does not have a black part of his tail. It has always been just a solid yellow tail. Cheez-It has never been Cheez-Its. There is never a Z on the end of the IT. Flintstones is actually the Flint Stones. There's a T after the end, which I was talking to Griffin earlier, and he made me sound stupid for that, but I actually never knew there was a T after the end. The famous Oscar Mayer Wiener song is actually Oscar Mayer, which I would have never guessed, but come to find out, there is an A. A few Star Wars fans out there, C-3PO actually has a silver right shin. His suit is not all gold.
That's not right.
And that's it. So, hold on. Many people know, not many people know that they participate in this Mandela effect throughout their lives. So I just added some of those examples to kind of tie in how everyone shares those false memories.